Hi everybody. So I'm ready to make my skillet chicken fajitas. These are boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Now I've got 1 1/4 pound. I'm gonna be cutting them up into strips. Not too thin, not too thick. Now as you notice, there's just a little bit of fat on them. And that's good because that'll give these chicken fajitas a delicious flavor. You don't want them super lean. You know, there's a lot of flavor in the fat. I'm just gonna cut them up into strips about this size like this, see? I like to cut up all my vegetables the night before. I put everything on a plate and put saran wrap over it and put them in the fridge. Same thing for the chicken. And then the next day you just toss it all together and it's done. Chicken fajitas have been around since I was a little girl. Everybody prepared them, either on a flat griddle or in a skillet, right on your stove, which is fantastic because it's so easy, see? So I've got all my chicken cut up, ready to go. Now I'm gonna season it. Very easy seasoning. I've got a little bowl right here. I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Garlic powder and onion powder are a must. Here's 1 teaspoon of onion powder. 1 teaspoon of lemon pepper. 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin. And 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. Now I'm gonna mix this up really good like this. Now I'm gonna add my seasoning to my chicken. And you wanna make sure that all your chicken is coated really well. I'm gonna add about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Right there. And I'm gonna mix it all in together like this. Make sure that the seasoning is stuck to the chicken really well. So my chicken is all seasoned, and I almost forgot the lime juice. I've got 1/2 a lime right here. I'm gonna squeeze the juice in here, really good. Oh, these are really juicy limes. And that's good right there. Now the lime juice is gonna marinate our chicken really well because it's gonna break down that muscle in the chicken thighs so that they can be super tender when you're done. Now I'm gonna cover them up with this piece of plastic and I'm gonna let them sit here for about 15 minutes. Now before I take them to the stove to fry, I'm gonna be frying some bacon. I've got 3 thick slices of bacon right here and I've cut them up into nice big pieces. This bacon is gonna give us a delicious flavor in with our chicken fajitas. Plus it's gonna give us the grease that we need. So I'm gonna let them sit right here for 15 minutes. Now I'm gonna clean up my area really well. When you handle chicken, you wanna make sure that you always clean up your area. So I'll see you in about 15 minutes. Now I'm gonna fry my bacon. I'm gonna add my bacon into this skillet and I'm gonna move it around until it's nice and golden. So while I'm frying my bacon, I'm gonna refry some beans. I'm gonna add a little bit of bacon grease into this skillet right here. These beans are gonna be delicious. So my bacon is nice and melted and it's nice and hot. Now I'm gonna add my beans. These are beans that I cooked a couple of days ago and I always keep them in the fridge, ready to go like this. See the piece of ham hock right here? Bacon is ready. I've been frying it on low. Now I'm gonna remove it. So I have removed all my bacon, and as you can see, I have about 2 1/2 tablespoons of bacon grease. Now I'm gonna add my chicken. You want it nice and golden. So I'm gonna add a little salt. You can add as much as you want. And I'm gonna add a little more pepper. My heat is set on medium. Now I'm just gonna wait until the bottom part of the chicken sears really good before I flip it over. So it's been about 4 minutes. Now I'm ready to flip my chicken over to the other side. I'm just gonna be tossing them around like this until they're very well cooked from all directions. So my chicken is ready. You always wanna get a little piece out and you wanna check it and make sure that it's well cooked. Now I'm gonna remove the chicken. I'm gonna put it onto this plate. And as you can see, there's some beautiful golden bits in the bottom. Now I'm gonna add my onions. I have 1/2 of a medium onion and I've cut them julienne style like this. I'm gonna move these onions around until they get slightly translucent. So my onions are slightly translucent and they smell unbelievable. Now I'm gonna add my garlic. I have one large garlic clove and it was a big one. You can add as much garlic as you want. You don't wanna burn your garlic. Now I'm gonna add some jalapenos. This is one jalapeno with seeds and all. This is optional. You can leave it out if you don't want any heat in here, but we like the heat. And I'm also gonna add half of one medium yellow bell pepper, half of a medium red bell pepper, and half of a medium green one. And I'm gonna toss this around. The smell is intoxicating. Now I'm gonna add my bacon. And here goes the chicken. And I'm gonna toss everything together. Look at this. Just like that. So I'm gonna turn off the heat and I'm gonna add some freshly grated Oaxaca cheese. This is a fantastic melting cheese, but you can use Monterey Jack, you can use mozzarella, you can use your favorite melting cheese. I'm gonna top it real good up here. And you can put in as much as you want. I'm gonna add some cilantro and the rest of the cheese. And I'm gonna replace my lid with the heat off. And I'm gonna let it sit like this anywhere between 5 and 8 minutes until this cheese is nice and melted. So I'm ready to serve. I'm gonna remove the lid off of my chicken fajitas. Here's one of my flour tortillas. I've got my refried beans right here. I'm gonna smear the tortilla with some of these refried beans. Oh my gosh, look at this. And now my cheesy fajitas. Ooh, this is a big one. And I have some of my homemade salsa, nice and hot. Look at this. Oh man. Now we're gonna be having these with a little Mexican rice that I made earlier. Now, if you go to a restaurant here in South Texas, you know they're gonna give you rice and beans. And that's because it's a perfect combination. This is a big taco, and I'm ready for my taste test. Oh man. A little on my rice. Now for my delicious agua de Jamaica. Oh my goodness sakes. Easy meal that your whole family will love. So these are my skillet chicken fajitas. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up, send me a comment and tell me what you think. Thank you.